What's happening, guys? It's the Disc Golf Journeyman here. Today it's going to be a little bit different video. I did say in my introduction video of the channel I will be doing disc reviews, and this is my first one, so go easy on me if I don't do it the traditional way. But I have a little guest. I say little.
Hey, don't call me little.
It's Jamie Matthews. He plays a good couple of divisions ahead of me. He's much better than me, and he's going to be doing the reviews as well. He's got a cannon for an arm, so you get to see what a noodle arm like me throws and what a cannon like him does. We're going to be reviewing a very talked about disc at the moment. It's the Cloudbreaker. Yeah, just slightly. Yeah, it's the Cloudbreaker 2. So we've got a couple of them here. We've got a nice pretty blue. Yeah, there we go.
Might be about 200 quid I'm holding right now.
Yeah, yeah, on the eBay. Yeah. These discs sold out in 10 minutes, like across the board, in every single place you could think of. They just sold out instantly. So yeah, we got a couple to test with, luckily. And yeah, we're going to be throwing hyzer flat and anhyzer. We're going to be talking about how they feel and what they do for us. And yeah, we're just going to go there, and I hope you enjoy the review, guys. Let's get cracking. So Jamie's stepping up with the first CB2.
171 grams. This is actually the first time I'm throwing this bad. Oh no, I've thrown this one. Second one's going to be this first time. This is going to be on a hyzer.
Right, let's see how this one goes.
Well, it's gone about 120 meters. Hyzer just a bit low, but it just stood to flat. It was just brilliant. Just flipped up nice and just rode 120 meters.
I'm gonna go with no surprise, Cloudbreaker 2 as well. I have thrown this one a couple times, and yeah, hyzer, same as Jamie. Let's see what I can get out of it.
Good whip.
Sorry guys, I actually forgot to talk about my hyzer release. I released it on a good amount of hyzer. It flipped up to flat beautifully. It had a minor bit of turn to it, which honestly I never managed to get out of the Cloudbreaker 1 because they were just beefcakes for my very puny arm. But yeah, that flipped up nicely. Just rode a tiny bit to the right and came back.
This is the beauty. This is the one I've thrown at 150 meters a little while ago. This is going to be a flat release. Well, I hope so anyway. So, let's see what I can do.
Toughest shot in disc golf.
Yeah. Little bit of an Annie, but pretty much as flat as I can go. And that flew again another 120, but it had that nice slow turn to the right, and then had that little bit of stability at the end.
Right guys, I'm going to go with a flat release now. Hyzer went really well, so I'm just going to get it flat. I'm expecting it to turn a little bit and then just straighten out near the end. Yeah, that was dead flat. Yeah, so that was dead flat. And it did exactly what I thought. It literally rode right and then straightened out and sat down. Next up, anhyzer. Let's see what happens.
Third throw, Cloudbreaker 2. This has actually not been thrown yet, so I'm hoping it's got a bit of stability in this one. Thrown it anhyzer. Gonna probably stick it up a little bit higher than the others, just so I can get maybe more of a flex shot out of it and see how it does. Did exactly what I thought it would. Just cowed the Annie the whole way. Give it a bit of height. If I gave it a bit too low, it would have gone straight into the ground. But it just started to stabilise and probably finished flat towards the end.
Just going to go anhyzer. Going to give it a bit more height. Get the full S out of it, hopefully.
So this is my Cloudbreaker one. This is my workhorse. As you can see, it's a bit worn on the edges, but it's still nice and stable. So this is going to be the hyzer throw. I'm expecting it to flip a little bit, but not too much. Exactly what I thought it would. The hyzer just flipped up a little bit, but not to flat, but just kept the hyzer all the way. Probably went at comfortable 100 meters.
Right guys, I know this disc quite well. This is the one that I sold to Jamie. Feels weird to be holding one of my old discs in my hand. But yeah, I'm going to be throwing this on hyzer, just see how it reacts. Obviously the CB2 flipped up for me, rode to the right, came back very reliably. So let's see what this does. I suspect it's just going to hold the hyzer all the way. It's not going to flip up at all, and it's just going to dump. So let's see what happens. Feels like an old friend in my hand. Yeah, so it done exactly what I thought. I released it on hyzer. It didn't stand up, not even a little bit, just rode the hyzer all the way reliably. It's probably around 110 meters-ish out there, so yeah.
So, this is a flat release. This is a disc that you might be familiar with. I don't know where you got this from, but haven't really thrown this much yet, but hoping it will be quite stable, so flat release.
Oh, it is. It is definitely stable. I sold him that disc, guys.
Did exactly what I thought then. Wasn't a massive crank, but just focus on the angles, and again it flat. It did exactly that. Rode straight, had that little finish towards the end, little skip, but otherwise brilliant. So Annie release Cloudbreaker 1, again my seasoned one. I'm going for this more than the stable because I want it just to hold it a bit more and see if I can get the good flight of it. Didn't feel like I cranked on that enough, but it held the line for good probably 60% of the flight, and then it started to stable out, which is what you expect.
Okay guys, so CB1, I'm gonna flat release. Yes, I am using Jamie's discs. This is my old one, this is Jamie's actual one. Both of his are his. But yeah, I'm flat releasing this one, and then I'll be doing the Annie with this one. So let's see how the flat release goes. Disrespect.
Good throw.
The disrespect to the Okay, so flat release went really well. I reckon that is probably 120. Yeah, that flew really nice. Again, like Jamie said, that's his seasoned one, so it's got a bit more glide, it's got a bit more understability after being hit by however many trees he normally hits. So
quite a few.
Yeah. So yeah. Next up, Anheuser with this.
Be nice with it.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry. Yeah, just gonna put a nice high flex on it. I actually really do know how this one flies. It's in my mile challenge, and then afterwards I sold it to him because I didn't want it anymore. Now I want it back. But yeah, yeah, I'm just gonna put it up high, put a massive angle on it, and it's just gonna fight out of it and dump reliably.
150 quid, it won't.
Okay, that's out there. I reckon that's probably pushing 125, 130. Really nice angle. Held it for a long time and then reliably just flattened out and came back at the end. So Anheuser was really nice. Put it up in the air. It rode beautifully to the right and it settled back with a reliable fade. Again, so far the feeling of it is that if you do crank over on it, you can really turn it into a roller quite easily. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, I would say it's one of these control drivers. If you can control your angles, I think this is going to be your bomber disc. But if you are a bit too heavy on the twist of the wrist, then it's going to turn over on you. So you need very much control.
So exactly like me, because I'm a very wrist dominant thrower. I know that from habit. So yeah, so anheuser's I've got down, hyzers I've got down. When I flat release, I feel like I put too much wrist on it. That's why I crank over on it. That's why I think I get the massive right turn out of it and not a nice straight shot. But yeah, that's so far for this EB2.